A quiet start to your Saturday. Line 5 or 6 radar showing a dry sky area wide. No rain yet. We'll see that change as we head toward the afternoon hours, but for the morning hours, upper 70s to low 80s, mostly to partly sunny. Full forecast ahead.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, have you seen this man? Why officials in Edgefield say he could be at risk. And guns now legal to carry on campus at Augusta University. What security is doing to keep you informed on how it all works. And one of the men behind a tradition unlike any other has passed away. Still ahead, how the golf community is remembering Augusta National Chairman Hootie Johnson.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6. Good morning, Augusta.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for this Saturday morning edition of Good Morning Augusta. I'm Ashley Doss.
And I'm Katie Reagan. You know, the second half of the work week wasn't that bad.
No.
Rain chances dropped off.
Okay.
I know, were you outside much?
Not too much.
Okay, good. Because without the rain, heat index values were way up there, and today will be more of the same. So if you guys are planning to be out and about, always drink your water, use that sunscreen. UV index will be in the extreme range for right now. A look outside of our Jiffy Lube Skyview Network camera overlooking Washington Road. Nothing but blue sky as you're getting your morning started. A couple cars out there on this early Saturday. Temperatures right now, if you're stepping out the door, ranging from the low 70s to the upper 70s. Right now here in Augusta out of Daniel Field, it's still around 80 degrees. We didn't really fall much at all overnight. The humidity definitely going to continue to be our weather story as we head throughout the weekend. For today, starting off with a mix of sun and clouds depending on where you are across the CSRA, mostly to partly sunny. But then as we head toward the afternoon hours, we'll start to see those temperatures, number one, climb into the upper 80s by 11 a.m. Some spots could even be near 90 before lunchtime. We'll top out in the mid-90s area-wide, and then a front coming in from the north will spark some showers and storms. That time frame mostly around 3 p.m., possibly lasting into the later evening, even overnight hours. So the timing and the details on those storms, some of which could be strong to severe, those details are coming up in a full look at that forecast. Ashley.
All right, we'll keep an eye on those storms, Katie, but for now, coverage you can count on starts with the search for a missing man from Edgefield County. The local sheriff's office needs your help finding 35-year-old Robert Newman. He stands at 5'8" and weighs about 150 pounds and was last seen wearing an orange shirt. As you can see on the screen, he has brown eyes and hair, and Newman suffers from seizures and is not taking the medication that he needs. He was last seen early yesterday morning at his home near the Pine Ridge County Club. If you have any information on his whereabouts, call the Edgefield County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen. Some disappointing news to you boating fans out there. The 31st Augusta Southern National Drag Boat Race has been canceled. Sanctioning body Lucas Oil Drag Boat Racing Series has called off the Augusta race as well as half of the remaining races for 2017. And they say this is due to reoccurring financial losses. And the Augusta race was originally scheduled for July 21st through the 23rd. And the Augusta Southern Nationals say that they will continue to monitor the situation. Now, if you've already purchased tickets, you can get a refund. We have a link to do so on our website at WJBF.com. And members of Augusta National Golf Club are mourning the loss of former Augusta National Chairman William Hootie Johnson. Johnson died yesterday at 86 years old. He led the Augusta National Golf Club for 8 years before taking over as chairman in May of 1998. Now, during Johnson's time in office, he oversaw the expansion of television coverage of the Masters Golf Tournament. He also improved qualifications for tournament invites and reopened the series badge waiting list, welcoming more people to the Masters and the game of golf. And Augusta University officials are answering questions about the new campus carry law, which took effect July 1st. Now, the law allows weapons carry license holders to conceal carry their handguns on public colleges across the Peach State. News Channel 6's Mike Miller was at the university's forum. Take a look.
Kurt Voss is helping his daughter Melissa get ready for her first year at Augusta University. The Voss family is from California, where things are very different compared to Georgia.
Their gun laws are very, very strict. You can't carry a gun. You can't even have a gun with together with bullets.
That's why the Voss family is happy to hear about Georgia's recent passing of the campus carry law.
People that have concealed carry permits commit a minute amount of crime. But a bad guy does not follow the law. If he wants to get a gun and shoot somebody, he's going to just do it.
AU public safety officers are holding forums to make sure everyone at the school knows the rules of the new law.
Before July 1st, a gun on campus call was significant for our officers, and now they've got to shift a little bit in terms of how they respond to that.
In order to bring a gun on campus, you must have a weapons carry license, and the handgun must be carried in a concealed manner, meaning it can't attract the attention of others. Also, you can't bring your gun into athletic buildings, residence halls, areas with children or high school students, faculty and administrative offices, and places where disciplinary proceedings are held. So far, at least 10 states have passed similar campus carry laws.
Nationwide, we really haven't experienced many issues at all.
All reasons why the Voss family is happy their daughter chose a college in Georgia.
And I tell you, I'm not as worried about her walking around the campus at night if she can have a gun with her. I mean, I don't want to sound like a cowboy, but I mean, I think her life is more important than people that are just scared of guns for no reason.
Now, there are a few more meetings with public safety officers. If you have any questions about the campus carry law, faculty members and students will be able to get those questions answered during those sessions. We have that meeting information as well on our website. And federal labor officials are investigating the on-set fall that led to the death of a stuntman on the hit television show The Walking Dead. Now, the coroner confirmed yesterday that 33-year-old John Berniker died Wednesday at an Atlanta hospital. Berniker fell earlier Wednesday on the show's set in Sonoa, about 35 miles south of Atlanta. Hawk said Berniker died from blunt force trauma and that his death is considered accidental. Now, a spokesman for the U.S. Department of Labor's Occupational Safety and Health Administration says that the agency has opened an investigation. And making news in our nation's capital, the Trump administration wants the Supreme Court to clarify its ruling on the president's travel ban. The court ruled last month that the ban must not apply to those people with a, quote, bona fide connection to a person or entity in the United States, and said that individuals must have a close family relationship with someone already in the country. But what exactly does that mean? Well, a federal judge ruled Thursday that not allowing grandparents but allowing spouses does not make sense. So he expanded the exemptions to include all travelers who have grandparents in the U.S. Now, the Justice Department wants the High Court to spell out the specifics and freeze that federal judge's ruling, but in the meantime, it's not known when the Supreme Court will do that. Now, looking ahead to some events this weekend, Cher's Sisters Only Club is hosting its annual camp, Be Your Best for Girls. Now, this free overnight camp is designed to offer at-risk, low-income girls ages 8 to 17 a positive interactive experience with women that they can see as role models. Now, there will be hands-on activities, guest speakers, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as discussions over several topics. Now, registration starts this morning at 8, with activities starting shortly after. It's all going on until tomorrow at 7 a.m. at the 757 on 15th Avenue here in Augusta. Now, it's the picture that's taking over the internet. Still ahead, we get a first glimpse of Beyonce's newborn twins. Stay tuned.
And your pool forecast for today, the best time to head to the pool will be before lunchtime, because by around 5 p.m. we'll see scattered showers and storms lasting through around 8, even later for some. Some of those also could be strong to severe. Details coming up.